Hello, welcome to class. We'll be considering the ninth module, the second to the last module in soap making. I believe you've learned so much so far, and what we'll be considering today is starting and running in soap making business. We'll be looking at the step-by-step guide to starting a soap business, the do's and don'ts in soap making, capital requirements for different skills, and sourcing for clients. This module provides the key steps needed for starting and running a soap making business, and by the end of the module, you'll be able to identify a profitable niche and conduct market research. You'll be able to complete legal registration and obtain NAFDAC approval, source for raw material local and plan production efficiently, develop a competitive pricing and marketing strategy, understand capital requirements for different business skills, and lastly, implement client acquisition strategy for growth. The goal is to equip you with business acumen and complement your soap making skill. Step 1 in starting a soap business is to choose your niche. A niche is a specific segment of the soap market you want to serve. And examples of niches are herbal/organic soap, medicated soap, luxury/premium soap, baby or sensitive skin soap, liquid or powdered detergent. The tip for selection is you align with your expertise and interest. You also you assess market demand and competition, and you consider resource availability and profitability. The second step is market research. The purpose is to understand customer, competitors, and pricing. And the method is to carry out survey and interviews. You can also visit local market and online platform. You can also analyze competitor strength and USPs. Also, the outcome for market research is clear product positioning and pricing strategy. The third step in starting the business is legal registration. For CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, you need to choose unique business name if you want to register under CAC. You also need to select structure, if it is sole proprietorship or partnership or limited liability company. You also need to submit documents and pay fees. And the benefit of registering under CAC is you will have a legal recognition to help in bank accounts and contract eligibility. The fourth step is a NAFDAC approval, and this is actually important and mandatory. You have to submit products formulation, labels, and samples. You also need to pay required fees and also obtain the NAFDAC registration number. The reason why is to ensure safety and compliance and also to guarantee customer trust. Sourcing materials locally is another step. The materials that you need is you need oil, caustic soda, colorants, fragrances, packaging, depending on the niche that you are working with. And the tip is that you identify reliable suppliers, you compare prices and negotiate bulk discounts in order to minimize input costs and maintain good supplier relationship to avoid delays. The sixth step is the production planning. You need to plan. You need to decide batch size that you want to produce and production frequency. You need to assign tasks if working with staff. You need to ensure adequate workspace, equipment, and storage. And the goal is of production planning is efficient, timely production, meeting quality targets. Number seventh step is pricing strategy. You need to consider the cost of material, labor, packaging, utilities that you've used. You need to also consider the market prices of similar products. You need to consider target customers' purchasing power and the desired profit margin. So with pricing strategy, it helps you offer bundle deals or promotion to attract customer. The eighth step is marketing and branding. How do you brand? Branding gives you it gives you a unique figure, and you can do this by creating logos, having a branded color, consistent label design. You can develop unique selling point, e.g., natural, herbal, luxury. What are the marketing channels? You can use offline, like local markets, trade fairs, schools, hospitals, and you can also use online. Social media platform can be used. Also, you can use word of mouth to encourage referral from satisfied uh, customers. The tip is that you update strategy regularly to stay visible and relevant. Now let's look at the do's and don'ts in soap making business. The do's are you have to maintain cleanliness and hygiene in your production. You need to measure ingredients accurately. You need to wear your protective equipment. You need to conduct quality control tests on every batch. You need to research the market trend regularly. And you need to keep proper record of production costs and sales. However, you need to avoid the use of substandard or fake chemicals. You need to ignore CAC. Don't ignore CAC NAFDAC approval. Don't overcomplicate recipe initially. Don't neglect branding and packaging, and don't overproduce. Avoid overstocking and avoid waste. Capital requirements by scale. For small scale production, maybe for use in the home or local market, you can estimate about 50 to 200,000 naira, and it will be used for basic equipment, raw materials, and simple packaging, as well as flyers. For medium scale, maybe for workshop, retails, and online, you will need to budget for about 500,000 to 2 million naira. And this fund will be used for mechanical mixer to get equipment like mechanical mixer, for bulk material, professional labels, and social media advertisement. For large scale, like factory, bulk supply, and industrial production, you need not less than 300 million naira. And this will be used for industrial equipment, automated packaging, quality control system, as well as branding campaign. What are the strategies for acquiring clients? For wholesalers who sell in bulk to distributor and retailers, the strategy is that you do competitive pricing, you maintain consistent quality and strong relationship. For retailers, you need to ensure attractive packaging, promotions, and free samples. For online marketing, you need to produce with high quality visuals, testimonials, and engagement. For schools and hospitals, you need to professional proposals and also highlight safety and cost effectiveness. Then you can offer trials for them, for those institutions. For bulk supply contracts, the strategy is you use a high volume compatibility, competitive pricing, and proper documentation. In conclusion, you have learned how to choose a niche and conduct market research. You've also learned how to navigate legal and regulatory requirements, how to plan production, pricing, and marketing, how to understand capital needs and different skills, and also keep clients through multiple channels. So your action plan is: number one, define your niche and complete market research. Register your business and obtain NAFDAC approval. Source for materials and produce in pilot batch. Develop your brand and launch marketing. Start small, get feedback, and scale strategically. Thank you for listening. I believe you have learned a lot. Thank you, and see you in the next class.